Hey, what's up? David here with After Video Effects, and welcome back to another video tutorial. And today we're going to be making this Arctic scene used in After Effects, and you won't be needing any third-party plugins. So that's the beauty for this tutorial. Now you will be needing Video Copilot's particle effects, so I'll leave a link where you can download it absolutely for free. So let's take a look at what we're going to be creating. Okay, so here I've got a 1920 by 1080 comp, and I've got 3 images that we're going to be using. Now, I can leave a link for where you could download these images from, so just look at the description below. So first off, we've got this floor. So we're going to make it all these a 3D layer, and I'm going to get the pen tool, and we just want to draw a mask around this part of the floor. So just come over here and just draw a nice mask around here, and if we hit F, feather it out quite a bit, and there we go. Alright, so that's our floor. Right, next thing we have to do is draw our mask around these mountains. So if we come over here, just draw a mask around these hills and try to be as detailed as possible. And I'm just going to do this quickly, so I'll be right back. Once you've done that, hit F, maybe feather it out, maybe 2 pixels, and then make it a 3D layer. And we want to push this back in Z space, so it's behind this, and just scale it up. Okay, and then we're going to get the mask tool again and just draw a nice slice in the center here. And then we want to subtract this part. Okay, and hit this one. Maybe feather it out, maybe 5 pixels. Okay, and let's just position this so that's like a little bit hilly. Maybe we could scale it up so it looks like it's a little like an avalanche on this side, like this, and Control D to duplicate it. And for this one, I want to get this mask and just slide across here. Okay, and we can get this one and then just manipulate this until like it's like just above these eyes. We can even push it further back in Z space and just have a fiddle with this until it like matches with our scene. So somewhere like this, you could scale it up even more, like that. We don't want it too high, we just want it to be enough to show a little bit of an avalanche. Okay, so once you've done that, you should end up looking like this. So we've got our floor, we've got our first hill, and we've got our second hill at the back here. Now you can see just a little bit of an edge here, but I don't think it will be that bad. But let's move on. So let's go and our background mountains and make it a 3D layer. And just draw a mask, excluding these sky background mountains. So just draw a mask around here, and yeah, Once you've done that, hit F, feather it out maybe about 2 pixels. Switch this to half res and just push it out in Z space so it's behind, and then just scale it up and maybe move it like maybe around here, maybe push it further back in Z space like that. Duplicate it, hit MM again, set this one to subtract, and you want to push it out even further in Z space and scale it up. Okay, so it should look something like that. Let's have a look at the custom view, and yeah, we can see it's like that. Oh, we should make a camera, so layer new camera and make it 50mm, hit OK. And just make sure that the field is off, and let's look at our custom view. So we can see here we got something going on here. We got our background, we got our mountains, and we got our sky. Okay, so that's looking pretty cool. And go back in here. Now we can start adjusting some of the color. So first off, let's just color code these. So hit Control Alt Y, and we'll call this CC. Okay. And before we do it, let's go and grab some particles. So I used particle number 4 and 9. So let's drag it out into our comp. So it looks like this, and we can scale it up to fit our comp here. And we can set the blending mode to maybe screen. And let's work this one by one. So for our first one, number 4, I want to speed it up a bit. So let's time stretch it, maybe about 60%. And we'll just slide it over here a bit, so that way it's on screen already. And let's just play with the contrast a bit. So let's bring this down a bit. So you can see here, we got some particles here. And it gets washed out, so don't worry, we'll fix that. But the main aim is just to get the particles on screen. And let's duplicate it, and let's offset the time, and that looks pretty good. Maybe we could even adjust the timing, so maybe we can slow them down and then just slide this across until it maybe finishes. So like that. And for our last one, we want to actually make this one into like a windy, stormy particle. So let's just turn up the blur here, repeat edge pixels. Like that, and maybe we could just add a nice contrast on top. Like that. And then we could just slide this over. And maybe we could speed it up a bit, maybe about 50%. So once that's done, it should end up looking like this. So it looks pretty washed out. So we're gonna add a curves adjustment to give it a large contrast. Maybe I'll put this down to maybe 3rd res. And maybe take away some red and add some blue to it. Like that. Let's add a tint effect and just push this on top and just drop it down maybe about 20% here, and we can add another curves adjustment and just add this another contrast, just a bit, not too much. Like that. Okay, so let's check out our preview. Alright, so it's looking not that bad, but I think we can make it a bit better. So something we can do is maybe adjust our background mountains. So maybe we could slide this down just a little bit and then just scale it up like that. Just want to slide it here. Maybe we could just keep adjusting the scale of our mountains, and then for our background we can, for our mass, we could maybe lower it down a bit like that and push it out in Z space. Scale it up. So it looks like something like that. Okay, and maybe there's a little bit of a gap here, so I might just cover that up. So now that we've got our particles done and our background done, let's just adjust the color of this. So maybe we could just take a little bit more red away and just adjust some of the blue channel. Yeah. And let's make a title. So let's make a new comp and let's just type in Snow Man and make this color a bit more on the bluish side. And we could just adjust some of these letters and make them one big and one of them a little bit smaller than the others. Let's duplicate it. Make a new black solid, put it in between and set the track matte to alpha matte. And we can come here and just draw a mask on the black solid. So maybe we could draw a mask just around here and hit F and then feather it out, and we get some nice like shadows here. And then maybe we could duplicate it and maybe add one on the here, and just keep duplicating it. Okay, so I've got our text layer and some shadows. Okay, adjust the color here, maybe just make this one like on the green side, and maybe for this one just make it brighter, and hit T and just drop the opacity a bit. So if we come back to our snowy comp layer, we can add our text in here, and we can like scale it up and make it a 3D layer. Just drop it down here, like about there. Push it back in C space. Scale it up like that. So it looks something like that. And we can adjust our camera move. So hit P and Shift A, and just set a keyframe for both of these. And maybe we can move forward here, maybe about here, and just zoom in here. And maybe we could rotate it a little bit. Just slide across here and maybe zoom it in. Okay, and highlight all the keyframes and just hit F9 to smooth it out. Okay, so let's look at our preview. Okay, so we're getting somewhere. So yeah, that's it guys. So I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I hope you learned interesting techniques that you can use for your own creations. Please give it a like if you liked this video, subscribe if you want to see more, and comment down below if you have any questions. And I will see you in the next video.